Good evening. Welcome back to Ljubljana, Slovenia. This is the FIBA Women's EuroBasket third place game between Hungary and France. French fans here to enjoy the party, and so are the Hungarians. There's a nice atmosphere. Here is we've already seen Serbia winning, clinching fifth place with a 78-62 win over Germany. Spain taking on Belgium in the nightcap for the title, and well, all of those teams will we know they've clinched top spots, so they'll be at the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament. But look, Spain and Belgium battling for the title. That is the road. Spain had to beat Hungary in that thriller last night, and of course France gave Belgium their toughest game, and it started to look like it might happen for them until the very end when Belgium made just enough plays to get a win and to get to the final for the first time. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn. Exciting game coming up, and a lot to play for.
A lot to play for. You know, this is a podium place at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Hungary, it's been a long time since they have been here, and even at this opportunity, France, on the other hand, maybe a little bit of disappointment, as I'm sure they went into this tournament thinking that they were going to come away with gold. I mean, it should have been their goal. They fell by 4 to Belgium, but really Belgium was the better team. They were leading the entire game. A great little comeback by France, but they just didn't have enough at the end of the game, and now they need to battle it out. And I think it's going to be more of a mental battle for France in this game compared to maybe a physical one after coming off a loss like they had last night to Belgium. And Hungary, on the other hand, I absolutely love Hungary. I had them in the group phase. I've been watching them every game. It is a Cinderella story, and every year there's a Cinderella story, and this Hungarian team is that. And the way that they play with each other, they're unselfish. It's good basketball. I think Coach Norbert has done an excellent job. He is just as animated and excited as his players are. Maybe if you look at paper, France might have a little bit more talent, but the way that this Hungarian team plays, they really have nothing to lose. And a team that has nothing to lose is actually scarier to play against. So France have a lot to fight for today. And France do not want to go home without a medal. They have medaled continuously at this event. So imagine not coming home with a medal if you're a French basketball fan.
Well, I have to say I was really impressed by how well France played last night. They gave Belgium a run for their money, and so did Hungary, the way they came back against Spain. So these are two great national teams looking to finish this FIBA Women's EuroBasket by getting to the podium. And because this is international basketball, of course, we're now going to cherish the moment when we get to hear the national anthems. Wonderful, wonderful national anthems, and Jean Aimé Dupont shaking hands with Norbert Szekely, coach of Hungary. And these two national teams, you know, France were always eating at the big table. Hungary, they are now eating at the big table, and they want to make the most of this tournament. Luis Castillo from Spain, the crew chief Andris Aunkroger from Latvia on the right, and Michał Krups from Poland on the left. And the molten basketball that they're going to be playing with. And we'll get a look at this France team. You know, they've not made it to the final this year, but I mean, showing it for my money, I thought they were outstanding last night. The way they competed and gave themselves a chance to win last night. So no need to hang their heads. Marine Fotoux, Alexia Chartereau in the starting lineup tonight. Sandrine Gruda, Janelle Salon, and Mamignon Touré, Poposi, Sarah Michelle Vukosavljevic, Rupert Badian, Lacan, and Bernier coming off the bench. And this is a bona fide legend, assured, Sandrine Gruda.
Yeah, she is. And you know, maybe a slow start to the tournament, but the last two games she has really stepped up. I thought she played well yesterday. 17 points, 7 of 11 from the field. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough, but talk about a bona fide legend. I mean, she has vintage moves. We talked about it. And Jean-Aimé Dupont, yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing for coaches. It's disappointing for players, but you have to rebound. And it starts, in my opinion, it starts with the coaching staff to try and get your players up for this game, and then it has to be your captains and your veterans like a Sarah Michelle and a Sandrine Gruda.
And it's not like they didn't play a great team. I mean, Belgium's a great team. Vera Kish, Deborah Dubé, Sayesha Gori, Agnes Studer, who was terrific last night, Rika Lelik, Kanyashi, Aho, Torok, Varga, Horvat, Atar, and Rufnai coming off the bench. And there she is, Gori. Outstanding. Outstanding.
There's not much more that I think she could do for this, her adopted country. 14.8 points, 63% shooting, 7.3. It's the hustle plays, though, and they're not those kind of plays that she does and the way that she plays. It actually doesn't show up on the stat line. So, Coach Norbert Szekely, and you've seen it. We've heard it in post-game press conferences. He's excited. He's excited about the future. He said it's been really hard. They've worked really hard to get here, and the hard work has paid off.
Yeah, I mean, from his viewpoint, I think they're ahead of schedule. They started a new program 6 years ago. I remember talking to him when we were at a youth tournament on the way to the hotel in Belarus, and he was starting over. And it is a massive achievement to be one win away from the final of FIBA Women's EuroBasket. And even if they don't get a medal or don't get to the podium, it's still going to be a huge result for Hungary. Second bronze medal game appearance in the EuroBasket. They won bronze in 2011 in Poland. Remember, they lost to Turkey in that absolute thriller of a game, but bounced back to get the third place game victory. And Hungary, sixth bronze medal game appearance in the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. They've won 4 and lost just 1. So they've got a good record. Of course, those results coming in earlier times, not in the recent past like France. Good evening, welcome. We are in Ljubljana, the start of the third place game between France and Hungary. France in their trademark navy blue and red uniforms, attacking the basket and losing it was Fotoux. So Hungary now have a chance. Dubé gets it to Kish, and a player who has struggled to get it going offensively in the last couple of games gets the first 2 points.
Yeah, she was incredible for them in the group phase and kind of quieted off a little bit in the quarterfinals and the semis. So I think it's a great idea. Go straight into her. Let her get her rhythm back.
Great rebound. Salon Touré, she scored the first 2 points last night. Here's Chartereau, and she misses with her first attempt. Dubé gets it over to Lelik. Lelik cuts in, puts the pressure. Look at the great defense from Gruda. Look at the veteran take it all the way down, and she is blocked by Gori. So Sandrine Gruda, she was in that team that won it in 2009. Obviously a huge star in the EuroLeague women over the years. She's played in all the big tournaments for France. She goes to the line, the chance to get France on the board. And there's Rupert. Ilan Rupert has had the right shoulder injury.
Yeah, not sure we'll see her play. She hasn't played since she suffered the injury.
Gruda misses the second. And Hungary were in the lane too soon. And that was interesting because Toure was talking to the referee about Layla getting that position, so he was watching. I've never seen Gruda hold the ball so long.
No,
at the line.
I think she's not comfortable with her outside shot. She's, you know, it's been a little bit better. She had that air ball in a group phase from the free throw line, and she always took a long time to shoot her free throws, but not this long.
Interesting. Well, it's constantly a process in sports. You always have to perfect it. Studer misses her 3 attempt. Fotukes has the ball. Here's Gruda taking it down low.
Good defense there by Kish, cutting off that baseline spin move.
And here's Kish trying to kiss it off the glass, and she does. You liked that, didn't you?
I did. And you know what I also love? All these Hungarian fans who have driven, right?
Yeah.
As soon as Hungary went on their little run here.
Great women's leagues in both places. Studer defensively is elite, isn't she? Oh, look at Fotukes. She's just a big-time player. What a wonderful shot. Absolutely a star last night for France.
And she was a big reason for their comeback, and you know, unfortunately, I think she has put that loss on her shoulders.
Three-pointer for Hungary, and they stretch the lead to 7-3. Studer is potentially could be an All-Star 5 selection.
Oh, absolutely.
Ah, Toure, how about that response?
Nice little step back 3-point shot by Minya Toure, who she had a quiet night yesterday against Belgium as well.
From the left corner. And a hold.
That's just good hustle and staying with the ball. Look at this.
Yep, good defense. Yeah, that was Chartereau guilty of that infraction. Rough Nye looking on from the bench. So 14 seconds put on the shot clock. Studer inbounds it to Gori. Oh, ball almost stopped on top of the backboard. Finally fell.
Another turnover there by France. Getting a little sloppy with some of their passes.
Good. Here's Studer again.
Oh.
And Toure, oh, missed the layup. Look at Solano go up and look at both teams. And a foul called.
A great headman pass. Toure not able to finish though.
By the way,
Gruda?
as we look at that replay, Gruda.
Not a bad. Go ahead, Jeff. 'Cause that is a.
Just scored her 900th point in FIBA women's EuroBasket history. Just a third player to do that. That's an achievement.
That's you know, when you consider some of the people who have played in many EuroBaskets, Valdemoro from Spain, some other French players before that, Cathy Malin. So for Gruda, 9th all time 900, third all time.
Third, yeah.
Shows you really how talented she has been and for how long she has been that talented.
Yeah, you gotta maintain your fitness, your drive, everything. You gotta be committed.
Injuries, your body.
Salon and Kanyashi did a good job of getting her hands on the basketball. A little undersized guarding Salon, but did a good job. Here she is, gets it to Kish. Now, Fotux. Chartereau, tough shot. France go back in front. Some of the Hungary fans here tonight cheering on their national team. And one of the more impressive players for France the last couple of games, especially Badian's coming in.
Badian, she had a good game for them yesterday. I think she's had, in my opinion, maybe a very consistent tournament. You know, not doing a lot of things flashy, scoring when she's open, defending hard.
Yeah, she's got some moves down low. She's hustling down the floor right now. She's got the basketball. Nice pass to Chartereau. So Badian involved in that one. And France go up by 3.
You know, not a lot of time for either of these teams to recover and prepare for this game.
And Hungary turn it over, and it's you-know-who that's scrabbling for the basketball. Bernier, she is lively.
And, you know, she has a great story with this French team as well. Played back in maybe 2018 she was there. She got cut in 2019. We were there in Serbia. She was cut for that team. Hadn't been around. Thought her number was never going to get called again, and you know, got invited for those games that they now have in November and February and qualifiers. Yeah, and did well. And she got invited again this summer and ends up making the cut for the 12-man team. Like, that's a pretty, you know, when you think, you know, your time has come, you'll never play for your country again. And I think that's why you see her play with so much heart and passion.
Chartereau has 6 points. Hatar checks into the game, fadeaway miss. Now Badian. France with their biggest lead of the game now, 12-7. Toure for 3, that's her second. And Norbert Sezekli has seen enough.
You know, Hungary with that good start. I love that they went into Kish early to get her a little bit of confidence, but Gore now. Not a lot of touches, not a lot of looks for Gore, and she's been your go-to player all tournament long. Need to come down and get her, you know, get her more involved on the offensive end.
Menjetek közelebb, inkább vezessen labdát, mint hogy a fejünk fölött átdobálja. Értitek? Tök jó ritmusba kezdtünk, utána elkezdtünk egy kicsit kapkodni a támadásban. Nem kell túl gyors befejezés, gyorsabban kell viszont passzolni, mert a passzolásaink azok borzalmasak. Nem kell betörni most a játékot, hogyha behívjuk a mezjátékot, nem kell oda bemenni alulra. Gyertek normálisan, hogy végig tudjuk játszani a pikkig a játékot. Értitek? És szeretném, ha lenne hosszabb játék, hívnánk hosszabb játékot. Gyerünk, csajok! Maradunk a védekezésben.
Well, everybody's turning on all cylinders for France now. Toure stroking a couple of three-pointers. We've seen Chartereau going to town down low. She's got 6. So they've accounted for 12 of France's 15 points. And who is that, you asked?
That's little Alani Vukosavljevic here supporting her mom.
Yeah, who has checked into the game now. Number 11 for France. No more, talking about Bernier, and also I suppose really when you have a change of coach, I think if a coach is doing a good job, he's casting the net and considering everybody. It's a fresh start. Here's Attar, pulls up.
Might have had a layup, just catch it and go instead of settling for that jump shot. I've also been, I know maybe she hasn't played at her best, but the heart that Hatara has been playing with, she has been hobbled. You know that her knee is affecting her. As the game goes on, she starts to limp more and more. And she has done everything she can physically for this team as well.
Yeah,
you gotta love that.
Yeah, you can only tip your hat to her.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's a great source of pride for these players to turn out for their national teams, and they really sacrifice a lot. Sometimes they do it when they're not 100%. Torre, her third three-pointer of the game. Torre on a tear.
Someone needs to find her and start to guard her as Minya Torre is getting hot from the three-point land.
And Attar gets a very important rebound after Kanyashi's miss. Aho gets it deep. We saw Hungary fall behind yesterday against Spain as well. Gori. And Norbert Zizekler. I mean, he said last night after Hungary lost, I mean, he was just straight up front, as was Agnes Studer, and they said the better team is in the final. Spain, we're not good enough to be in the final yet. And that's, it wasn't fighting talk. It was very, very humble, but honest.
And they, they gave Spain a run for their money. They really did. You thought Spain was going to kind of blow them out at different points, and Hungary just fought their way back, and things became very, very interesting. And maybe some, shaking shoes for the Spanish friends who were here.
That foul on Attar moving into space too late. Yeah, I mean, it was a valiant effort by Hungary, and the way they played and the way the Czech Republic played against Hungary. And really, if they get a call go their way at the end of the game, they would have advanced. And it just goes to show you how balanced this FIBA Women's EuroBasket was. It was very competitive. Ball goes out of bounds.
But how do you think about Rupert checking into the game?
Yeah, well, she's taped it up, hasn't she? So I'm happy because
I think it's a good sign.
Yeah,
that we
wouldn't risk
get
it otherwise.
They definitely wouldn't risk it. We do know she dislocated it in the quarterfinals, and she left at halftime, remember? Dislocated it, she left at halftime, went to the hospital, had x-rays, MRI, and there was no structural damage.
Sarah Michelle called for the foul. Great atmosphere by the Hungarian fans, provided by the Hungarian fans. And Bernier's whistled for the personal.
Well, that's that cylinder call almost that we were talking about before the game, getting instructed about.
Torok gets it, and Dubé! Oh, they're not going to count it. They're going to say the foul before the shot. Look at the Hungarian fans. They're a colorful lot, aren't they? Wearing the nation's colors here.
And Sarah Michelle's going to have to be careful as she's just picked up her second personal foul in about as many minutes since she checked on. Actually, she's played 50 seconds.
She's going to come out for Lacan. Toupin is going to bring her out. She didn't want to come out. I think that's obvious. The way she was motioning to the coach. So Dubé, who hit the winning shot against the Czech Republic after Hungary got that last chance with 5 seconds left, or 3 seconds left, in fact, against the Czech Republic, the shot that ultimately put them in the game. And Attar kept that ball alive, and then Dubé is whistled for a foul, going for the basketball. Badian spins, turns, puts it up, and it's good. Well, right off the bench.
I think her shoulder feels fine, Jeff.
And seeing that, you just wonder what kind of difference she might have made against Belgium. So that was a good move. Aho from the left corner. Great box out by Lecon.
Yeah.
And now Dubé whistled for the foul.
I think that's a pretty easy call by the referee. And you don't need to jump over a player's back when you're that far away from, you know, the rim, the ball.
Well, they've committed so many fouls, France is shooting free throws.
Well, Sarah Michelle with 2 fouls, and now we just saw the captain, Dubé, have to go down as well because she has picked up her second personal foul.
And Lacombe makes 1 of 2. 43 seconds left. Have you ever seen Attar dunk the ball?
I haven't, but I think it
She
could
clearly
be.
can.
Yeah.
Oh boy, the pass gets away. And Badian and Rupert lays it up and in. Yeah, she just oozes with skill and talent, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Lacon going for the steal. Toro stepped out of bounds, and it's all going horribly wrong right now for Hungary. They trail 23-8.
Well, you know, I questioned how France were going to be able to come out after the tough loss last night and their expectations. You know, the expectations were different for Hungary than they were for France heading into this tournament. And it was definitely a hard loss for them, and I thought today was going to be more of a mental game.
Rupert for 3. I mean, she's been the best player on the court since she checked in. Unreal. Certainly not a shoulder injury that's going to be causing her many problems right now. France in command, 26-8.
Well, what a start. Some of the best basketball and some of the best shooting I have seen by France in this tournament, as they're 4 of 6, 67% compared to just 1 of 6, 17% from the three-point range for Hungary. And Jeff, you wonder with, you know, how Rupert has come out and played. Could she have played yesterday?
I don't know, because
you know, now obviously it's easy for you and I to sit here and comment about it and say, well, maybe had she played yesterday, because, you know, Niesman was excellent, like she has been all tournament long. I thought Linskins, you know, the bench players coming in the post position for Munanga. Remember how good she was for Belgium?
Yeah,
and
Munanga.
maybe if they had Rupert also, could have made things a little bit more difficult. But it's easy for us to talk about this now.
Do you think Rupert is worth what, 5 points, 4 points?
And that's what they lost by. So.
Okay, maybe somebody else has taken her shots, but
Yeah. Well, Mignatori coming out hot as well, as she has 9 points, 3 of 3 from three-point range.
scanning the barcode to get Courtside 1891 for video streams, schedules, scores, and more. Get it at the App Store or on Google Play. France have won all 6 games when scoring more than 25 points in the first quarter of a women's EuroBasket game. So that does not bode well for Hungary, especially since while they've scored 26, Hungary have only scored 8. Here she is again. Didn't look quite as good on that shot. And the ball goes off Hungary and back to France. The defense from France is terrific.
Yeah, it really is. Kish couldn't even find a guard to pass to because of the aggressive switching, denying defense between Lecan and Berniers.
And ultimately a foul was called on Turek, I believe. Agnes Turek. She got locked in there going for the basketball. Berniers goes behind the back, gets into the paint, puts it up and in. Terrific play by Berniers. 28-8. And the full court pressure leads to another turnover for Hungary.
Well, I mean, Hungary, it's not like they haven't gone up against
tough defenses.
Tough defenses. Against Spain, they turned the ball over 24 times. And a lot of it had to do with the tough defense.
Lecan, wow. France are shooting the basketball the way they did in the quarterfinal, when they just powered their way to victory. They beat Montenegro in their quarterfinal 89-46. 31-8, and I think the one thing that France have done is taken the Hungarian fans out of it now. Thank you. Lele, finally something good happens. That stopped the rot.
That did. That was a long rut. They were stuck on 8 points for many, many minutes. And almost thought there was a lid on the basket for the Hungarian players. As Hungary
France's biggest lead, 23 points. So Berniers gets that one to go. It's very difficult. I mean, Hungary accustomed to playing from behind. They fell behind against Spain. They came back, but not by quite this many points. It was 17, wasn't it? A 22-point lead for France. Goree open for three, makes it.
And so that's her first 3 points, and that's her only second shot attempt of the game. And like I said, Goree, she's never going to force the issue. She's not going to force a bad shot. But I think Hungary, you know, as this group, I imagine, stays together and continues to work together and grow together, I think you need to get her more involved in the offense.
The drive all body in. Just so many weapons. You know, and you watch France play, and you can understand the disappointment. Foul down low from Rupert, I think. You can understand the disappointment of not beating them because they definitely, I think they were good enough to beat Belgium. It was just a couple of plays here or there ultimately that cost them.
Yeah, I definitely, you know, I think their first half was not good enough to be able to come back and beat Belgium, a really good team.
Difficult position.
Yes. They put themselves into a difficult position with the way that they started the game and allowing Belgium were good.
Yeah.
But they allowed Belgium to be good. They let Belgium do what they wanted to do offensively. They struggled with turnovers during that game against Belgium. So, you know, yeah, they could have beat Belgium. They had a great comeback. They almost, you know, had an opportunity to tie it a couple of times late in the game. They just couldn't. I do believe, though, that I think the best team won yesterday.
Look at this. France quickly. Lacan. Boy, that would have really rubbed salt in the wound after 2 missed free throws by Kish. Well, Gory just hit a 3. They need to find the shooters. This time it's Lalick. Kish goes up for the rebound. Kanyashi comes down with it. Kish from the stripe. Bounce pass for Cooks to Gruda. And Lalick takes it away from Gruda.
Nice little strip there.
Nice bounce pass. Kanyashi thought about it, but instead they're going to look at another option. Lalick, good pass to Gori, who's wide open in the corner. Kish goes up and, and gets a trip to the line. Fouled by Vukosavljevic. Just got to keep playing if you're Hungary. It's a 24-second shot clock. You have your chances, and you got to take advantage of them. Timeout. Timeout, France.
Les filles, là, quand ça joue là, n'oubliez pas ce qu'on a dit. Quand ça joue ici, les filles qui sont là, ne rentrez pas trop, ça shoot. On l'a dit, ne rentrez pas. Là, tu te démerdes, tu fais la faute, mais ne venez pas trop. Ça, c'est des passes faciles. Et c'est ce qu'elle recherche. OK? Prochaine attaque, on fait balle intérieure. Transi là, balle intérieure ici. C'était bien ce qu'on a fait tout à l'heure. Bouger derrière, amener la balle, le transfert. Et après ici, on peut avoir ça. OK? Et si ça vient frapper, tu retransfères à l'opposé. Aïe!
So the French fans and the Hungary fans, contrasting looks.
And
her shot has just eluded her at the free throw line.
You know, you talked quickly about Malkovic, Marina Malkovic from Serbia, talking about how for Serbia to really grow in women's basketball, they need a better domestic league at home. And Hungary has really invested in women's basketball recently. They always had 1 or 2 teams. Sopron's always been a powerhouse, right? But there are other teams. Last year they had 3 EuroLeague teams. They had a handful of FIBA Euro Cup teams. And I think that's why we've seen the progression of a lot of these Hungarian players. You know, they get to play at home in their country because their country's league is so good.
Well, there's a long way to go in this one. Remember, they were down against Spain by 17 points and came back. So Vukosavljevic backing her way up and earning a trip to the free throw line. Fouled by Lelik. Look at this play. I think Lisa Tomaitis, the coach of Germany, would have liked that.
Go down. Contact. You are the one who has to initiate the contact.
Doesn't get any easier for Hungary when you see players like Toure coming back into the game. Toure already has 3 3-pointers. Here it is to Kish. They're going to keep going to Virat Kish, and she stays with it and scores. She's got to fight through it.
Yeah, great job. 7 points already for Kish in this game, leading all Hungarian players in points.
Vukosavljevic, look at the pass. And Chartereau is earning a living right over there on the right side of that basket.
Yeah, great job. This twice now, Vukosavljevic has come off an on-ball screen. Found the bigs rolling to the basket.
Kish again, forcing it up, and ball hits the underside of the basket support, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, just the backboard.
The back of the backboard. The out of bounds part of the backboard.
Gruda, patented move. He doesn't drop. Pass to Kish, and she kisses it off the glass.
Yeah, that was a great find. Perfect pass.
Fotukes. Chartereau with a long 2. Now Lelik. And the dump. Gori outside. Lelik. Gori gets the rebound. Another opportunity. Studer. Little runner. Oh, she banks it in and is fouled. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Hungary can come back. I mean, they've already done it before.
They've done it before. You mentioned it, down 17. They brought it back to 1 or 2 possession game against Spain in the semifinal. It was 1 possession game against Spain in the semifinals.
And they had the ball and they turned it over.
Which, you know, you say you almost beat Spain and you committed 24 turnovers in that game. Imagine they had just.
I mean, a lot of that's because of Spanish pressure, but
yeah, 6 less turnovers.
Yeah. Well, they're doing a great job now. They've got it back to a 16-point deficit against France, having trailed by as many as 23. Fotukes. Chartereau from and she is on the baseline. They don't want to foul her out there. And Hungary are upset that they've called the foul.
Shot clock winding down. And I don't think Chartereau would have made this shot anyway. Oh, not a ton of contact though.
When you look at this team of France and you think about Paris, you know, the Olympics coming up next year, and you know that probably Maureen Johannes and
Gabby Williams
are going to be coming back. This is going to be one heck of a team.
It's going to be a very strong team.
You're going to have to take some good players out to get them in. The way it looks right now, it's a very competitive team to make. And I guess it's a good problem to have.
That's a positive problem to have, even though it will be a difficult decision, and so some people will not like the decision.
Here's Gruda, high arcing shot.
She was open on the first one. I don't know why she didn't pick and pop and shoot it.
No, well, those two players, Johannes and Gabby Williams, do things for France that other players can't do that are going to make them a better team.
You know, I think obviously Johannes and Gabby, for that matter, are the kind of players that just can break down someone one-on-one on the offensive end and go and get a bucket when France needs a bucket. They had trouble, like, let's be honest, they had trouble scoring this tournament.
Potoux drives in, tough play for her.
A lot of teams played zone against France. And, you know, imagine you have good shooters like Johannes and Williams. Are they able to play zone then? Not sure.
And you like, and from a defensive standpoint, those two players, will they be an upgrade on what you have now? So you kind of have to weigh it up.
Yeah, I think, well, let's not forget, Gabby Williams, 2 years ago when Sopron won the FIBA EuroLeague, she was the Defensive Player of the Year that year. MVP of the Final Four, I believe it was.
Yeah.
So she can do it definitely on both ends of the court. I think more so what Johannes and Williams will give you, though, is a lot more scoring and firepower.
Potoux goes out. Dump down low. Oh, nice play. Hungary playing much better in this second quarter. The problem is it's a mountain they have to climb. So even if they go on a 12-0 run, they're still down by 8 points. Look at that. Great hands by Gori. 3-on-1 break. Dubé gets it to go. Right decision. Right play by Gori. And that young Hungary fan has a little hope that her national team can overhaul this deficit. It's now down to 16 with 2:19 remaining. And Jean-Aimé Toupin calls timeout.
Dans nos choix ici, quand on joue les pics ici, essayez d'aller large parce qu'elles sont toutes là. Essayez d'aller large, va loin, on donne la balle large. Là, toutes ces passes-là qui sont touchées parce qu'on est dans un petit périmètre. OK? Et après, il faut savoir que c'est par la défense qu'on a fait l'écart. Ici, quand on n'a rien, on les fait travailler, ça va payer. OK?
So opportunity knocks for Hungary, and they cash in. And Gori making the right decision. Of course, Dubé has to hit the shot.
Yeah. Time and time again, though, how we've seen so many teams get down, and you almost think they're absolutely out of the game, and they've crawled their way back.
This is basketball in 2023. I mean, when you and I were growing up, back in the Stone Ages, you got down by 12 points, it was over. But the three-point shot, the 24-second shot clock, just the game is different.
I do think that France.
Oh, look at that drive from the 19-year-old Lacan.
France missed that maybe killer instinct, I want to say, where, all right, you know what, we're up, now let's just go ahead and put the team away.
Oh, Kanyashi. Chartereau handling it well. Uh-oh, Toure, will it be number 4? Yes, it will! What is it about this EuroBasket? Yesterday, we saw Alba Turin's raining threes, Julie Van Loo raining threes, and now it's Torre that's got 4.
Felejtsd el a ketteseket. Jó, egyes játékokat kell hívni. Akár a lasszót is lehet hívni, úgy, hogy az előbb ott volt belőle a helyzet, csak ne kapkodjuk el. Oké, ne kapkodjuk el. A normál egyest is hívjátok be. A második pikre figyeljetek, és abból bontsanak, az egy kicsit más szögben van, mint eddig. Érted? Abból be tudunk bontani. Hogyha jön belőle az éles eliváltás, előre 3 szög, hogyha pedig csak lapos, akkor pedig a vissza 3 szög. Oké? Jól kell mozgatni a labdát továbbra is. Egy oldal is jöhet. Jöhet az egy oldal. Persze. Minden egyes jöhet. Visszagyerünk 10 pontra.
That was a very revealing stat. Although Torre, who now has a personal best 4 made threes in the women's EuroBasket, and she's a starter, but that bench contribution for France is just like gigantic.
But how about Alexia Chartreau?
Chartreau,
10 points already. She had a good game yesterday, scored in double figures, where she hasn't been scoring. She hasn't been scoring in double figures. She only has ever done that once before playing for France at a EuroBasket. And now 2 games in a row, Chartreau with double figures. And the game yesterday, she did a good job. She's come off the bench every single game, and tonight she got a start. Do you think it's because of what she did yesterday?
Absolutely.
Possibly.
Who did she replace today in the starting lineup?
Badian.
Yeah, it's not like she's been playing badly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tough choices for Toupon. Nice shot from Dubé.
A good job out of the timeout there.
There's Yelena. Is that Yelena Brooks?
Yeah, but you know,
because she lives in Hungary.
She lives in Sopron, Hungary, and obviously knows a lot of these Hungarian players. And we've seen her supporting Serbia the entire tournament, and today she is cheering for Hungary.
Some of her probably teammates.
Well, yeah, obviously Hatar and Varga, who had a great game.
Yeah, she's been a revelation almost.
Has she got in the game today?
No, she hasn't.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Oh.
He
heard us.
He just turned on the volume.
He did. Coach Norbert heard us.
Varga has done a good job the last couple of games. 22 years of age. But France just have elite players or borderline elite players like Salon just coming out of the woodwork. I mean, it is an embarrassment of riches. Don't you think so?
Yeah, you know, I think she would have probably been on that World Cup team last year, except she suffered a wrist injury in training in preparation for the event, so they didn't end up taking her. She had surgery on it. This is the first part of the season a little bit.
But you think about Gabby's not here.
Yeah.
Marine's not here. 3-pointer doesn't drop. And you've got other players, I'm sure, that are good enough to be in this team. Tough selection process. Oh, she turned it over. Another chance, Kanyashi. And to Gori, and here they come again.
Well, France, one last possession. They did a good job at the end of the first quarter, and they have the same success at the end of this quarter.
I mean, 49 points is just too much to be given up. Torre, will it be number 5? Oh, that would have got the French fans on their feet, but she does prove to be human after all. Misses. But I'm fairly certain that Jean-Aimé Toupon will be very happy. Don't you think?
I do. I think he will be very content.
Is that right?
Well, content,
of course,
with his team's first half, because it was the best first half shooting that they have had all tournament long. Look at that. I mean, 67% from three-point range. Hungary, though, they made their runs, even though, you know, it seemed like it wasn't going the right way for them. But I think they have to be happy with parts of how they played in that first quarter. But again, they got 15 minutes right now to try and figure out how to get some points on the board. You got to go into Kish and you got to get more touches for Gori. I think Struder, yes, she has those 6 points, but she's been kind of quiet considering what we have seen her do in the past, and especially yesterday. She had a great game for them. She willed them back into that game. They were down 17 to Spain yesterday. Spain, an excellent defensive team. They forced them into 24 turnovers. And guess what? They still came back. So this game, by no means, is over if you're a Hungarian basketball fan.
Well, the 49 points that France have scored, the second most ever for Le Bleu at a women's EuroBasket. In the first half, they had 50 points against Croatia in 2021. I guess you would have called that game. Do you remember that one? In Strasbourg?
Yeah.
When it was hot.
Oh, yes. That gym was terribly hot.
So Norbert Zizekli, I suppose, he is not going to be feeling sorry for himself. He's going to try to come up with a plan to give his team a chance to win this game.
And he has all tournament long, so I'm not really concerned. I think Coach Norbert, you know, a lot of it. I told you it's hard to come off a loss in the semifinals and turn around, even though I think they were happy with their performance yesterday as opposed to maybe France, how they felt after the game. But it's still hard. It was a short turnaround for both these teams. France played the late game yesterday at 8:45. Imagine by the time they got back to the hotel, iced, showered, had treatment, it was probably close to 1 a.m.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
Landed right into the hands of number 22, Van Loo. Are you kidding me? The three-pointer. They can still have hope if they get a stop. Terens puts it up and in. Another brilliant show from Alba Terens. Anderson makes them pay at the other end, so that's a 4-point swing. Dominguez drove and gets swatted out of bounds by Atar.
Not in my house.
Thumbtack missing from deep, and the long rebound is stealing it from behind. Side Kamarova picking the pocket and going in for the two.
Oh, what
What a
tricky
play.
move.
Unbelievable for
Horvath.
Horvath. Leaving the door open. Meanwhile, Fotuk's time. She drives in, count it! Another one from Marine. Fotuk. Sweet pass over to Geiselboder.
Leads to a wide open shot, but Belgium, when they have speed, they are dangerous.
Nice handoff. Good recovery by France. They end up with a three, and they make it. The patience.
The unselfishness of Belgium.
to get into FIBA. She ties the game! Now, they can review this to see if she got it off in time. This will be close. Virat Kish doing what she can. Hasn't been enough yet, but leading her team with 9 points as Hungary attempt to, regroup at halftime and come out and give a good run against a talented French team. Remember, Hungary, I don't think people had too many expectations of them. Certainly, maybe not even getting to the quarterfinals or the qualification for the quarterfinals. And to make it all the way to the semifinals, it has been a successful FIBA Women's EuroBasket for them. And for France, as we spoke about before, obviously their expectations were always to win the title. It's been a very difficult thing to achieve for this women's team since 2009. But there have been some good teams in front of them, and this time it was Belgium. And I think a lot of people would agree. I mean, when I watched Belgium play in Tel Aviv, I didn't think there was another team that would be able to beat them. And France almost proved me wrong last night. So I think that kind of speaks for itself about how hard this France team has been playing.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, this competition, I've said it all week long, 2 weeks long. How long have we been here? I think it's the most competitive FIBA Continental Cup that there is. I think it's stronger than the Asia Cup, the America Cup, the Afro Cup. It is the best in the world. There's a reason why you give 6 tickets to an Olympic qualifying tournament out of just this tournament, where some other EuroBasket, I believe they only get 3, and that just proves to you how good they are. And outside of the U.S., European teams are the ones who are coming home with medals at major events a lot of times. And they're always competing for medals. So, yeah, France, it's been elusive since 2009, that gold medal. They're obviously not going to come up with it here. But to continually medal at a EuroBasket, even different color, but to continuously do that since 2011, I think, 2007 they didn't medal. So since 2009, I believe, if I'm not wrong, I look it up for you guys. But I mean, that's impressive.
The number of medals that France have won during the reign of Jean-Pierre Suitat, the president of the French Basketball Federation, since he took over for Yvan Menini, has been phenomenal. You just know that in every competition you go to, that France are one of the teams that are going to compete for a spot on the podium. And I think you have to be really pleased about that if you're a French basketball fan.
And it's also the same on the men's side. We're not just talking about
No.
women's. The men's are also very competitive, and they're also always competing for medals. And you know, I think it shows a lot of their development. And
I mean,
their
they were the only
federation.
team. They were the only team to beat the USA at the Tokyo Olympics on opening day, and they almost. I mean, they pushed them really close in the final. They made it to the final last year of the FIBA EuroBasket, albeit after a couple of narrow escapes. And France also have, like from the men's team, one of the most exciting players in basketball, in Victor Wembanyama, who's expected to be the top pick in the NBA draft.
He was the top pick.
I mean, he is. Sorry,
Yeah.
he's. He just was,
Not
wasn't he? They
expected.
just had
he
it.
just
Yeah.
was, yeah. And
So
also, Ileana Rupert, actually, her brother was drafted in the second round. He's going to the Portland Trail Blazers. So they got some talent.
a lot of families producing. A lot of family brothers and sisters play basketball in the French national team program. Luka Savjevich, her brothers. Norbert Szekely, hoping that his team can have the mother of all comebacks and get to the podium, and that would really excite the Hungarian nation. And Hungary's men's team as well. They've done a great job in recent years qualifying for FIBA EuroBasket. So, you know, you feel like both of the programs are moving in the right direction. And maybe the ceiling is a little bit higher for this women's team. They can go, you know, they're just building. And as some of these other players grow up and they get experience, Hungary's going to be better the next time that they come back.
Well, it was 17 against Spain that Hungary were down. They lost by 9, but they got it within a one-possession game. They could do that against Spain. They can do that against France.
Yeah, make this interesting. I'm sure that's what they're planning.
Après, quand elles arrivent là, les grandes, quand vous défendez sur les grandes qui sont là, coupez. Et quand l'autre descend et que l'autre remonte, il faut couper cette passe. Il faut la couper, Alex. Parce qu'elles sont très fortes là-dessus. Et n'oubliez pas, encore une fois de plus, on a dit que quand ça arrive vite, on change. Okay? Vous voulez annoncer suffisamment tôt parce que vous êtes en retard, vous passez par le dessous, vous contestez la descente, mais il faut changer, il faut parler. OK? Aïe, aïe, aïe.
So the biggest lead that Spain had was 16 points. And Hungary battled back in the second half. And in the fourth quarter especially, to make that a game. Well, scanning the barcode to get the FIBA Women's EuroBasket app. Get it from App Store, Google Play. Something you can always, a tool you can have information about this great tournament. Especially scheduling. I use it for the scheduling. How much time do we have before our next game?
I don't know. When's the next game?
That's why I'm always using the app.
Yesterday we thought our game was at 2:15. It was actually at 2. We were running a little bit late.
Second half is underway. Hungary trying to claw back a 19-point deficit against France in the third-place game at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Both teams obviously, well, France will be at the Olympics as the host next year. Here is Gori coming right out the line.
I like that, yeah. They need to get her involved. She needs to score more for them. She needs good looks, and I thought it was a great play. No hesitation on her shot.
Torre had the 4 3-pointers. Now Gruda's pass intercepted. Another chance for Hungary. Talked about the importance of keeping Kish involved. Here she is, the pick and roll. Now Gori into the corner to Studer. Goes down, shooting the 3. And Bernier whistled for the foul, so Studer is going to get 3 free throws. Did she take away her landing space? She went past her.
I think she maybe
Grazed
touched her left leg. But you know what? We've seen a few calls like that, and it's a very big point of emphasis for referees that shooters have to be able to land safely.
Hungarian fans excited to see themselves on the big picture over the court, the big screen. So back to 16. Studer can make this. And only makes 1 of 3, so that's a blow. Opportunity goes begging. Torre charges.
Well, good job defensively. I thought that was a pretty good call.
Yeah. Torre practicing her refereeing moves for her next career. 16 points. Can Hungary chip away? Well, the door seems to be opening slightly here in the second half. Dubé backing up against Sarah Michelle, and disappointing, didn't come close to making that. Torre races in and scores. We've seen a lot of offense from her tonight.
Yeah, we have. Good job there, finishing outside the defense. Well, now they got to guard her closer because of her hot 3-point shooting, and it should open up the driving lanes.
Shot clock winding down, the defense picking up. And Sandrine Gruda comes up with the steal. Ball hit away, knocked away from Sarah Michelle, so back to Hungary, and it's an 18-point deficit. Here it is again. So Lelic swiped down on, this is Torre.
How about that finish?
Is she
right-handed?
Is she playing better in this tournament than you anticipated? She's in the starting lineup.
I thought she's had, a good tournament, maybe been a little bit inconsistent, but like every French player, to be honest, I felt like they have been inconsistent most of the tournament.
Quick pass down low to Kish. Oh, how did she get it to go? Just enough mustard on it to go off the glass and to roll in. 16-point deficit. Bernier pulls up. Lelic hands it off, gets it back, nice give and go!
How about that pass by Struder?
Jean-Aimé Toupin has to call timeout as Hungary mount the fight back that we knew they could start at least. How far it'll go, we'll see.
l'instant, n'oubliez pas ici, quand c'est là, on fait rouge. Mais quand c'est sur les enchaînements, non. OK? Après, derrière, là-bas, quand on part, je vous ai dit, ça à faire. On va trop profond sur les drives. Transférer la balle d'abord, peut-être là, et après revenir dedans. OK? Aïe, aïe, aïe.
It's interesting, Shona, that you mentioned the need to get Kish to keep getting her involved, and she is. You know, it's not just her scoring, but catching the ball up top. Look at Sandrine Gruda's player energy tracker today in the first quarter. And the majority of the second quarter. And now she's going to sit down here in the third quarter. I'm sure Rupert looks like she'd like to get back in there, but it's tough getting minutes in this French team. Badian's back in.
You know, we do know that Marine Fotox went down with a pretty hard spill yesterday, and she didn't feel good.
Oh, what a drive, but she didn't finish. Bernier, she's got some pops. There's Dubé, the captain, over to Studer. Oh, great defense by Badian. 10 on the shot clock. The Hungarian fans must have feared the worst when they fell behind by 23 points, but this is a team that just doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. Kish puts it up from deep and has to get back on defense. Quick pass, Badian, nice spin. Oh my, what a silky smooth move that is. Lalick bumped by Badian. They want to be as disruptive as possible out on that perimeter. So Bernier sits down, and is it Marine Fotox? Yeah, Marine Fotox comes back in. Kish, tough pass. And Chartereau with the foul. France accumulating the fouls here in this third quarter. 4 fouls now. Hungary from the free throw line they came into this game 11th out of the 12 teams, 65%, so it's not a strong suit. Kish inside again. Hungary, pesky, not going away. Torre misses, and again another chance. Kish, what a tough drive, but just needs to do better on the finish.
Hungary have done this all tournament long, come back. They've also had leads and let teams come back as well, like we saw against the Czech Republic. France down big to...
Oh, nice play. Studer, Badian, look at Torre, chase back on defense. Lalick passed up the 3, passes over to Studer. Good! The Hungarians! Once again, alive and kicking, trailing by 11. Look at him. He's trying to get his team into it.
I told you the excitement that Coach Norbert gives off during games only hypes his team even more. I love it.
Oh, boy, Studer. really popped Fotukes, and you can tell she's in pain.
But, you know, if you didn't watch the game, she had a really, really hard fall yesterday on her backside coccyx, lower back, and she was playing in pain the rest of the game yesterday. I saw her today in warm-up, and she was...
I don't know why Tupines got her in. She needs to come out of the game. She looks hurt to me.
She looks uncomfortable because of pain, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, probably uncomfortable is a better way to say it. Yeah, she's just not as mobile as you would expect her to be either. Body on, oh, tough move. That's tough to defend for Hungary if it's not Kish. Rough Nye in the game, passes it to Kish. Lalick steps back, high arcing shot, it falls! Down to 10 points, 13 minutes remaining. Toure pulls up. Oh, boy, the shots aren't falling for France, but look at that. The rebound, Salon. I mean, it's almost like France is a first half team tonight. I mean, Hungary's, well, for 2 nights in a row, Hungary are a second half team.
Yeah,
I don't know, why don't they start better? They just don't settle into the game.
Yeah, I think it also, you know, that can be experienced, you know, having to know every game you need to come out, you need to start strong, be aggressive, or, you know, maybe they need to feel the game, see how it's being refed. I don't think they don't start strong on purpose, that's for sure.
Big rebound from Salon, and just one of the many contributors tonight for France is now it looks like they're going to have to pull out all stops to hold off this Hungarian team, which looks like it's going to fight to the death.
This is for a bronze medal. You're going to do whatever you can for 40 minutes.
You just never know when you're going to be back in this situation.
Exactly.
Especially Hungary.
Hungary, they weren't even here 2 years ago.
Yeah, they didn't make it to the tournament. Kish, boy, she's tough. Look at that. Ooh. The only problem with that shot is you've got nobody there to compete for a rebound.
Yeah. But Kish, what a game already for her. 15 points after 2 tough games, I would say, for her in the quarterfinals and then also the semifinals.
Well, she's the first. Oh, look at this. Air ball into the hands of Dubé from Rupert. Dubé, nope. Kish gets it though, and she wisely goes up and draws the foul from Vukosavljevic. Kish is the first Hungarian player to have scored 15 or more points in 3 different games on the FIBA Women's EuroBasket in the 21st century. That adds a little emphasis, doesn't it?
Yes. And, you know, Hungary, yeah, okay, we talked about them missing out back in 2021, but Hungary have played in this event, I think, more times than a lot of teams here.
Well, they're not a good free throw shooting team, and that's being confirmed tonight. She makes 1 of 2. So Attar comes in for Kish, who deserves any break she gets because she has really worked hard. 16 points, just 2 of 6 at the free throw line, 5 of 12 as a team, Hungary.
They shot 9 of 12 yesterday. It wasn't free throw shooting.
Repair, tough move, but doesn't finish. Rough Nye. Ooh.
Oh, it's a tough position
to
put your post player. Yeah. Look at this, 4-on-1.
That's Rough Nye. That is a bad mistake when you've got momentum. Now Dubai puts it up on the baseline. It just changes everything.
France.
Lukosavljevic, great hustle.
Nice save.
Great hustle to throw it off. Oh, they find a mistake, they get it, and Badian scores. Can't give away a layup on an inbounds pass. Lead goes back to 15. This is the problem when you fall so far behind. You exert so much energy. And then you can give away a couple possessions. Ruffnai, Torok, Studer steps back. You can count it! She is the woman for those big moments.
She's the player who got them back into the game yesterday against Spain as well. Agnes Struder.
Torok with the foul. Look at this.
That's a big-time shot by a big-time player. She had 13 points yesterday, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals against Spain.
She's 3 of 4 from deep tonight. Lacon penetrates, kicks to the corner. Savljevic kind of rushes up a shot. Now the ball comes down to Studer, and she waits so Hungary can have the last shot. She puts up again, and that's off. Well, they've cut into the deficit. They outscore France 19-12 in the quarter, and they close the gap to 61-49.
Well, France got lucky with some mistakes on the defensive end by Hungary there to give them a few points to, I guess, save their quarter. I know they lost 19-12, but it was more around 19-6 until late. And it was because of mistakes made by Hungary, not because of things I think France was doing. France still shooting the ball relatively well, but it was turnovers, miscommunication. They committed 5 turnovers, I think, in that quarter. So that's a lot, considering France, they take care of the ball. They have not averaged a lot of turnovers in this competition. They struggled a little bit yesterday against Belgium as far as turning the ball over, but typically, France is a very good team. They take care of the ball. So those of you who have watched Hungary during this competition know what they are capable of doing. If statistics and all of that are on their side, it'll be hard because Hungary has never come back and won a game when they've been trailing by that much at halftime. So maybe it's the time to change history.
those stats exist until they don't.
Until they don't, I mean? Yes.
So scanning the barcode there for courtside 1891. Lalick has really hustled tonight. Look at that. She played the majority of the third quarter, and it was crucial for Hungary as they went on the run to get back into the game. I think the best thing, Shona, is that at least we've been reminded in this game about the competitiveness of Hungary, because in the first half you were worried that they were going to lay an egg and not really come out and show us what they can do. But they're showing us right now. France are going to have to work here in the fourth quarter. Rupert, skip pass. Salon steps to the left. Out. That's a quality shot.
That is a big-time shot by a young French player. I think it was just a 2, though. Foot was on the line.
Such a big pitch, such a big shot.
Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul going against Rupert.
Rupert has not played well since she came back into the game.
Well, tough call, but at the end of the day, it evens out.
France excited after the Salon jumper, taking it back up to a 14-point advantage. Attar hasn't really contributed much offensively tonight. Let's see if she can get it going. Kanyashi picks up the basketball. Shot clock winding down. What are they going to do? Kanyashi gets into the paint. Ooh. She's got to get it up, and Studer does just in the nick of time, but they've got to do better.
They got to go. There's
Kanyashi.
5 on 4 right now. This is where I think sometimes France, they slow things down a little bit too much when I...
Rough knife fouls Lacon. She drives.
Good take by Lacon, the young point guard for France, as Romain Berniers and Marine Fotux have been on the bench a little while now.
Yeah, we may have seen the last of Fotux if she's
she didn't start
having that discomfort.
The second half.
Yeah. She might have been able to play until she got that little collision. Is that Celine Demeric on the bicycle over there?
No, she's standing because
okay.
she can't see over the advertisement boards because she's so short.
I'll tell her you said that. Celine Demeric is a team manager of France. Used to be
General
the point
manager,
guard.
yeah.
General manager.
Oh, Kishman almost got away with a travel.
Product for 3. Ooh. The offense drying up a little bit here now for Hungary, and you know, another advantage for France is the bench. I don't think there's any question.
I think they have. Well, we saw a very good Spain bench yesterday and the day before, but we saw a very good Spain bench. I think France in this competition has the deepest bench out of any team. You saw more. You saw the other teams in the other pools during the group phase in Israel, but I guess after you watching, these teams here and now all of them competing together, you would probably say the same thing as well, right?
You know what I like about Rupert is she might be having a tough time, but she's going to play her game, and she catches that and shot it with confidence. So the lead goes back to 18 points. Looks like Gruda might have taken a shot to the face.
I think Gruda and Kish are both grabbing their heads. I was busy looking at the ball up here. Here, Jeff. Oh, no. Well, camera was also busy looking at the ball.
This was the Rupert jump shot on the baseline. You see that Kish reached out to Gruda to make sure she was all right because they were both a little woozy. Must have banged heads. Here's Kish. Soft shot. Not soft enough. And Studer with her hustle gets the steal. I mean, her desire is there. She's going to lay it on the line. Plays like that are contagious. Back to 16 points, the deficit. 15 points for her tonight. Ooh. She goes down as Rupert gets tangled up with her. Here's Studer with the rebound. She just does so much, doesn't she? Studer. Lalick wanted to put it up. The defense came. Kish for 3. Yes! And she was fouled as well.
Oh. Well,
Big opportunity for Hungary.
Don't see a lot of 4-point plays, but there's been a few in this competition.
Second time France have fouled the three-point shooter. Gori comes back in for Turk. And she completes it. So it's 67-55 Hungary. Their motor just runs hot until the finish. They're not going to give up. Oh, that was a big shot to stem the momentum. Stem the flow. Vukosavljevic. I think she's played well in the games that I've seen. Vukosavljevic. Gori. Every time, you know, we've seen a couple times the French, we saw Salon hit a big jumper that kind of changed things, and now the big shot from Vukosavljevic, and then Rupert goes down the court and scores.
Great pass from Salon as Rupert was sealing really well on that last shot. That last layup attempt for her. Let's try and listen in and understand what Coach Norbert wants.
Ha ide kerül, ide bepasszolják, hiába jövünk elé, innen el kell jönnünk és be kell segítenünk. Be kell csapdáznunk kvázi akkor, hogyha van egy mismatch. A támadásban próbáljuk meg megint az egy-le játékot. Adjuk be a labdát a világnak. Illetve utána hívjuk egy négyest. A négyest azt meg a szájsára hívjuk. Oké? Hogy lehessen itt ezt a keresztet megjátszani. Figyelj! Most a világ egy kicsit többet volt, most a Szájsa most jött be. Négyessel kezdjük, és utána jön az egyes le a világra. Jó? Oké? És védekezni ezerrel, nincs megállás. Hajts, egyedül, hajts!
One last roll of the dice here for Hungary, down 16 points. You feel like it's one last roll of the dice. Maybe I'm being a little too soon with that, but.
Well, it's Hungary. I wouldn't put anything past them. They can cut it into, you know, about 10 points with about 4 minutes to left. Anything is really possible.
Lacombe from outside, 19 years of age, throwing in a dagger. Gori, nowhere to go, puts it up, gets blocked, and she's fouled. I mean, you saw the bench production from France. It's almost unbelievable. 38 bench points for France, 2 for Hungary. And so that, you know, France can go deep to their bench, get rest. I mean, the Hungarians, they just have to, they're so reliant on several players.
I mean, even you know, last night, yeah, okay, they lost by 4 points, but Belgium had 5 bench points compared to 21 for France. So
that advantage doesn't always get you the victory.
No, but I definitely think it's a big strength of France's. And I'm sure if we wanted to go back and check a lot of their other scores,
Collins just hit the 3. Rupert
Yeah, they had 43 bench points in their quarterfinal win.
Oh, great defense from Grudas. You knew it was coming. The pass. Agnes Studer, whistle for the foul. And again, it's Salon who's drawing the foul. So I just think there's so much to like about this French team. For my money, overall, they've played very well in the games that I've seen here.
Yep, just not well enough, I guess, yesterday. Not for 40 minutes yesterday.
Does it seem to you that France have a little bit more flair than in recent years?
A little bit more flair?
Yeah. Even without Johannes.
Yeah.
Here's Gori.
Oh.
I mean, Lacan's an exciting player. Salon is proving to be very, very good. Look at Gori. So the foul. Vukosavljevic thought she had him covered. 73-57, 16-point deficit. Foposi has just checked into the game for the first time tonight. So some missed free throws. At least Kish gets the rebound. Kish, powerful move. Oh, she doesn't get it. Gori knocks it away, but France are there. Foposi. Oh, and the Bass. Oh, they almost had a pick six.
Well, 15-point game, 4:22. They can't foul anymore.
That's
or
a
else
tough
they're
call.
going to put France on the free throw line.
That looked pretty good to me, but yeah, Zany agrees. But we all know they even out.
I'm not sure.
Is it something that I think the commissioner went over
I think
to
Celine Dumerc actually just got in trouble.
because she went over to the bench?
No, I think she's screaming on the baseline, and now she's gonna sit down.
You gonna send her a message? Okay, Kish. Well, maybe the question is not can Hungary win, but how close can they get at this stage? Studer. The points are drying up. And there she is, almost coming up and getting the steal. She just gives her, she just plays her heart out, doesn't she? So she does force the turnover. Look at this.
I think the thing about Valo Vukosavljevic, she knows how to win. The most important thing for her is winning, and if it means she has to step up and get a defensive play, she'll step up and do the defensive play. If it means they need a bucket, she will step up and get a bucket for them.
She actually reminds me of those Czech Republic guards as well, Saitamarova and Angelova. They're just pests. They just don't give up. Here she is. Oh, and now the hustle from Rupert. She gives her a taste of her own medicine.
Yeah, great heads-up play there by Rupert to save the ball and hit it off the leg of, I believe, Studer.
So good.
So good, so good. Now,
Kenyashi
both teams
whistle
are
for
in
the foul.
bonus, so
Yep.
that's going to make things a lot more complicated for Hungary.
Well, as a free throw shooting team tonight, France have hit 15 of 18. Well, good minutes for Repair. She struggled a little bit, but you can see she's turning into one of those elite players, I would think. There's Vukosayevich's daughter falling asleep. Well, asleep. Probably the most photographed baby in this game. Poposi with the bump and the foul. Dubé again hit the game-winning shot against
That was
Czech
a
Republic
big-time shot.
with 3 seconds
Yep.
left, right near the charity stripe.
Yeah, the
on the
elbow.
outside of the lane.
Yep. Nothing but net. She said, I had confidence that it was going to go in. I knew I was open. I felt like I was open.
So back to the 13-point deficit. Hungary going to give it everything they've got here at the end. Just a little bit of hope here. You never know.
Oh.
You never know what might happen.
Badian not able to hold on to it. That was a nice pass from Berniers. Tough call,
very
no?
close.
Well, they could have challenged it, but they didn't.
And Badian fouled by Dubé. Not impossible, actually, Shoni, if you think about it. 2:47 to go, missing free throws, the clock is stopped. Obviously, the problem for Hungary is
Getting scores on the
it
other
will be
end.
the clock. Can you actually put the ball in the basket?
Yeah. Well, they don't want to rush, but they need to not use as much time as possible. Still get a good shot, though.
Dubé open. Yeah, they're struggling to put the ball in the basket right now. Kish gets it down low. Great hustle. Back in bounds. Goree from the corner. Good, the three. Well, back to an 11-point game. 2:11 remaining.
We've seen crazier things. Who was it? Reggie Miller? 13 points in 30-odd seconds or something?
Back in the day.
Back in the day. A little bit different rules. That was the NBA.
We don't, we've seen some 4-point play opportunities tonight for Hungary, too. They cashed in on one of them.
Oh, nice find.
Vukosayevic missing. And Kish can barely get up the floor. She's so tired.
20 points. Has played big minutes all tournament long.
Dubé turns, puts it up at the elbow. That's good. Back in the single digits. Never say never. France have to call timeout.
Oh, let's try and listen in to what Coach Tupin wants to talk about.
On a le temps, hein? On a le temps, les filles, là. OK? C'est on, avec transfert, early. Ce qu'on veut, c'est de bouger la balle. Et les faire défendre. OK? On se précipite. Après, ici, on défend fort et shoot. Essayez d'être au contact. Et puis, on change.
One thing that we didn't mention was that Leila Lacombe today has 10 points, so she's had a great game. In her 4 previous games, they combined 8 points. So Hungary, hoping some magic will help them close this gap even further and make this interesting right to the end. Bernier comes back into the game. Chartereau comes back in. Toure comes back in. Foposi and Badian, they remain in the game.
So France here want to take probably as much time as you can while still getting a good look at the basket.
Left 9 in the game guarding Bernier. Shot clock winding down. Toure has to pick it up. She's going to launch it. Another 3 attempt for her. 5 3-pointers for Toure. Unbelievable. If you're Hungarian, you just can't believe your luck.
Dagger, yeah. Good defensive possession.
Quickly inside to Kish. And she's fouled as she turns into the lane. Stops the clock at least. But it was definitely the dagger. The dagger from Toure. Ooh. Hungary, their free throws been awful. 11 of 20. Well, you could argue right now that's where they've lost the game.
You know, you and I mentioned their loss to Spain. Could you turn around and blame your turnovers for that loss? And tonight, can you turn around and say, well, a lot of it had to do with our free throw shooting. Didn't give ourselves the opportunity.
Toure, will it be 6? Yes, it will. 6 3-pointers. Insane.
Well, she was feeling it from that opening quarter, and she's feeling it here in the last quarter.
And what's Toure, wow, look at this. I mean, sensational. 6 of 7 from 3-point range. So she's got a game high. She's got a team high 20 points. Kish has 21 points for Hungary.
And she's actually the first French player to score. Well, now she has 6. It was 5 3-pointers in a game at a EuroBasket.
So the Mamignon Toure show has been exciting tonight for France. Hungary gave it a good run here in the second. And I think they're going to be pleased with their effort. Obviously disappointed, but they've represented their country well tonight. Truly. There is Foposi getting on the bucket, getting on the scoreboard. She gets her 2 points. Big moment for her. And Coach Norbert shakes Coach Tupan's hand. France clinched third place at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket with an 82-68 victory over Hungary. Well, you never know how things are going to go. That was Foposi's first basket of this FIBA Women's EuroBasket. It came right at the end of the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. So she left it late, but she got it done.
She did. Really didn't get a lot of playing time, was in at the end of the game, maybe for her defense. She was able to guard positions really 1 through 5. But I have to say, I think France and the story of this game has to be Mignon Touré and her three-point shooting. Coming into the game, you know, she was shooting 26%.
4 of 15.
4 of 15. Yeah. And tonight, I mean, it started in the first quarter. She was feeling it in the first quarter, and she never slows down. 6 of 7, and a couple big threes, especially in that fourth, where you felt like momentum was on the side for Hungary, and she just quieted the Hungarian fans. As you know, I questioned how France was going to come out because it's a difficult game to play in, especially after losing, and you know, especially because they came to this tournament with the intention to win gold, and they lost in the semifinals, so then you have to play for bronze. It's hard to do. Mentally, it's very, very hard to do. Physically, it's hard. Sandrine Gruda has moved up to the 3rd woman in points scored, as you see her celebrating. You know, 3rd most points at a women's EuroBasket in history. That's incredible.
Anytime, yeah, I mean, that is. The thing is, she already had her legendary status sealed, and now it's even better.
Hungary, though, still, we see them here quickly. Excuse me, sorry. They have been my Cinderella team. I love what they've done. I love what they've done in this tournament. It started from the coach all the way to the 12th man on the bench. And they have just, I think they've inspired people. I think they've inspired their fans. I hope that they have inspired themselves and know that, you know, their hard work has paid off. And I think we're going to see this group of Hungary players around for quite some time.
France celebrating with their fans. Okay, they didn't get to the final, but a lot to like, and I can guarantee you this much, they're going to be feeling much better tonight at the end of the night than the team that loses the final. So at least that's one bonus. So Touré, I think, has been named the MVP of the game, the TCL MVP of the game. I guess there's no surprise there.
No surprise at all. 6 of 7, 20 points in 23 minutes played.
So she had 6 of France's 8 threes tonight.
It's not bad. 57% thanks to her. But 52% from 2-point range. They just, you know, yeah, they struggled for a few moments. I thought Hungary did a great job. We've seen them come back into games. And France, though, were able to hold on.
There's Vukosavievich carrying her daughter.
Mignon Touré, such a hard 2 weeks of basketball, mentally and physically. How proud of you, of the team, are you?
It's like the game. I'm so proud of the team, of the journey that we have been through, and it's really such an honor to be there because it's a top best team, and I'm proud of our history that we are building, and I'm proud and happy to finish on a win.
And maybe not the color medal that you wanted coming into this tournament, but what does it mean winning the bronze medal after a tough loss last night?
That means we are building ourselves. It's really hard to bounce back after a tough loss, but still I respect every team here, and we have the place that we want. Sometimes you need to go get what you deserve, and sometimes it's not that easy, so I'm still proud of the coloring.
Congratulations on being TCL Player of the Game.
Well, by far, Touré had her best game of the tournament, and it came at an important time as France were able to see off the challenge of Hungary and end their Cinderella story. But again, you know, Hungary, nothing to be ashamed of. They were outstanding. They were at Kish, Struder, Lalick. Dubé, Rory, all of them now household names after their performance at this tournament.
Yeah, you said it. I've been, I know it was tough for Kish the last couple games, but for the most part, I've been incredibly surprised about her performance. But it's not, not just statistical performances. I've loved their effort and the passion that these Hungarian players play for.
I love the support these fans, the French fans. They always follow this national team everywhere. So, and you can see the difference they made with the Hungarians as well. They really gave them a lift tonight. So the medal presentation is going to take place. There'll also be Hungary that's going to come out and I think be recognized. So it's going to be, we're going to recognize the bronze medals. And the French players are going to come out. So I'll let you say which player comes out as they come out, just to keep you involved. But it will be Amiram Halabi, FIBA Europe board member and FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2023 co-host from Israel. Hannes Jonsson, the FIBA Europe vice president, and Zagorz Bajansky, the FIBA Europe treasurer.
Well, so number 2 for Pussy, she had, some important minutes there late in the game today. Marim Fotux. After that, they're going a little bit quicker than we're seeing. Sorry about that. We have Alexia Charteroux. Sandrine Gruda, not a big night tonight, but she had a great night and a vintage performance yesterday against Belgium. Sarah Michel and Valerian Vukosavljevic coming up big, the veterans for this French team. Indiana Rupert, who suffered that shoulder injury, missed a couple games, but played well today. Janelle Salon, a rising star for France. Mariam Badian. Minya Torre, who definitely put her name on the map today, along with Lacan and Roman Bernier.
With her daughter. What's her daughter's name again? Alani.
So Alani with her first FIBA Europe team photo, FIBA EuroBasket.
She's like, what's going on? She had a nice sleep before this.
And of course, the head coach, Jean-Aimé Tupin.
And since the switch, oh, look at that.
Love it.
Fantastic. She's like, Mommy, what are we doing? Obviously, she says it in French.
Smile. Look here, Lenny.
I think Tupin's had like a nice little, got this thing moving in the right direction right now for France.
I hope so, because guess what? They're hosting the Olympic Games next year in Paris. So, I think there's been some growing pains for Coach Tupin and this team and staff and everyone involved. Celine Dumeric, the general manager, obviously the controversy with Williams and Joanna's not being here this year, and some discussions moving forward I'm sure will be had, but they have a year to get ready, and they have a year to prepare and a year, in my opinion, to get better. And they need to get better. They need to get better if they want to get a medal at the Paris Olympics, and it'll take a lot of hard work, and you need everyone on board, and you need everyone to have the exact same vision, from the coaching staff to the players, and everyone needs to buy into that. So let's see.
I mean, you can say that everybody needs to get better, right?
Yes.
Where specifically the most for them?
I just think in general we saw them struggle to score a little bit in this tournament. I think consistency throughout a game, throughout a tournament is very, very important. Rotations. Who are going to be your starting five? Who's your sixth man? Who are your go-to? When you need a basket in the post, who's that play written up for? When you need, a guard to step up, who are they going to? And I don't think they really know this yet. And I think it's evident in how they play throughout games and throughout the course of tournaments. Yeah, they have, I think, the deepest bench maybe outside of the United States as far as talent goes. So, you know, you still need your roles, and everyone needs to accept those roles, and I think they do. I'm just not sure if they're that clear yet for everyone.
Well explained. So we'll look back at the second half highlights. Repair. And there's so much competition for spots in this team. You would think that some players have a lock on spots, but you never know. I mean, you gotta compete. You need to have a good season with your club.
Got to stay healthy. You got to be, you know, these tournaments go fast, and you have to be, when the tournament rolls around, you need to be in your top physical shape. As far as, you know, being able to do 3 games in a row, 2 games in a row, you know, what, 5, 6 games maybe in a 2-week span, that's not a lot of recovery. And so I think physically, you have to be ready. Mentally, you have to be ready for an event like that, and that's how the Olympics is. So there's a lot of work that players have to do. There's a lot of work that the medical staff and the strength and conditioning staff, coaching staff, and all of that. So it's not easy preparing for an event like this, and it won't be easy preparing for Paris 2024.
So a great atmosphere tonight here for the 3rd place game at the FIBA Women's EuroBasket. Hungary, terrific tournament, but France add another medal to their very big collection. 3rd place at FIBA Women's EuroBasket 2023. Congratulations to Le Bleu.